being a father is kind of like, it's different being the father of a daughter than a father of a son. You know, with the sons, it's, I want him to be a football player. I want him to go out there and do this, do that. With those daughters, it's kind of like, can I hold her? And will she give me a kiss? And how many kisses will she give me? And this daughter is really, really loved. Right now in this room, we have 4 granddaughters. We have Marley, we have Ivy, we have Zoe, and we have Kira. Now, there's 2 other fathers here. There's Arden, which is Amber's brother, and Jeff, which is Amber's brother. And someday, those 2 fathers are going to be standing right where I'm standing, talking about their daughters being married, and probably feeling about the same way I do. In addition to our fathers, by the way, Sarah and Linda, you know, you are the mother of those grandchildren, so we have to give you some credit. We do have a sister called Lisa Field. Lisa isn't with us right now. She's the only member of our whole extended family that isn't. And her grandson, Will Field, is not here. Her grandson, Matthew Field, is here. We want to announce that Matthew Field's team, Will Field's team, played in the Pop Warner League for his age and weight group. They were undefeated. They played 3 games. They won their district championship. And today, they won another championship. And next week, they play for the state championship of all of Florida. So we gave Lisa and Will an exemption for today because he's really important to that team. With respect to being a father, you know, we don't often think of our daughters falling in love, meeting that Mr. Right. That's so funny because all of our literature and everything we read, what is it about? It's about love. Romeo and Juliet, teenage love. I even go back to the Iliad and the Odyssey. Thousands of years ago, they were composed, and they speak of a woman, Penelope, who waited patiently for Odysseus over 20 years as he fought the Battle of Troy, wandered the world, came back. So they taught us something about not only young love, but enduring love. And I want to tell you something about Amber and Gary, which I only found out about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Do you know these things called Sweet 16 parties? Well, you know, fathers think a Sweet 16 party is all these sweet 16-year-old girls, their daughter being so precious among them. Aren't they little angels? Well, my sweet 16-year-old girl received a card from a young man who was 1 year older. And at the end of that card, he said, "I will love you forever." Now, you know, a sweet 16-year-old getting a love note, I mean, if I'd known about it then, I don't know what I would have done. Her mother kept that card all these years. And then that young man kept a note, which was a written reply to that love letter, which ended, "I love you." But by the way, before she said, "I love you," she also said, "Are you still dating that other girl?" The young man who wrote that love letter, Gary Horn. The daughter that was given is Amber Horn. And those 2 were corresponding 20 years ago, talking about loving each other forever. And you know something? Amber was feeling bad one day, years and years after she left Gary, and Gary was part of her life. But she went to a beauty parlor and got her hair fixed up. Went to, I think it was Chanel or someplace, and they did a makeover, and she felt so good she went on YouTube and said, "Look at me." And that guy, Gary, saw that on YouTube, because he's been following her on YouTube. contacted her and said, "What are you doing? I'm not married. Are you married?" And Amber said, "No." And Gary said, "Well, let's get together." So, you know, Romeo and Juliet was young love. Odysseus was enduring love with Penelope. But you two have shown both young love and enduring love. And Amber, and Gary, you too, of course. But Amber, we love you for it. And I hope that it endures, not another 20 years, but how about another 60 years? Yeah. I didn't bring a wine glass, but I'm going to make a toast anyway to Amber and Gary. Young love, enduring love, may it last forever. And for all you other fathers out there, just remember, your turn is coming. Watch that Sweet 16 party in particular. Gary, this is a beautiful, beautiful party. And you're trying to grill it real well. And another year or two, they'll be giving Tony Roman's competition.